15,000 subscribers. That's cool. I just want to say thank you to everyone that subscribed. We're doing a Q&A today. There was a couple questions on my community post, so it shouldn't be too long, and I just wanted to say thank you. There's not much else. I don't really put my personality too much into the channel, but I think that's going to change. I've been quite... What's the word? I've been quite held back with the Should You Buy series. You see glimpses of it when I get really mad when it comes to Odyssey and Valhalla and stuff like that, and I get enough hate comments about that. Oh, you're being too biased. Oh, and you're right, I am a little bit biased. Sometimes I let my reviews be affected by my emotions, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and we're going to be seeing that in the Saints Row review that's coming out tomorrow. I promise you, it's coming out tomorrow. It won't be very long. Haven't completed it. Not gonna lie to you. Don't want to complete it. It's shit. But anyway, yeah, that's the personality coming out. Swearing. Ooh, sorry. Anyway, let's get to some of the questions. There were some really good ones. Some ones that are going to be tough for me to answer. There was one that just came in about 2 hours ago asking what my most embarrassing moment was in my life. That one I can't really can't discuss that much, but I will answer it. It won't be the most embarrassing, but it'll be one that I can actually discuss. Anyway, also, please let me know, would you guys want to see like live streams or just some different kind of series? Because don't get me wrong, the Should You Buy series has completely made this channel, but I've seen a lot of people slowly go away from it because it's very repetitive, you know what I mean? Every video is the same. Should you buy? Should you buy? Should you buy? Should you buy? And the views and the engagement overall with you guys seems to be based on the game that I'm talking about naturally, because that's the bit you care about. So I do want to start doing some more series that makes me more honest with you, open, because that's kind of what this whole YouTube game's about, really, isn't it? I've noticed that a lot of YouTubers that do similar things to me are starting to branch out a little bit, being a little less professional, I guess, and more, well, just more real, you know what I mean? That's kind of what people relate to, and I feel like I've been lacking on that over the last 2 years, but we're gonna switch that up, because I've got some goals that I want to achieve in the next 2 years, and they're pretty big ones, and I want you guys to be there with me. So let's talk about this. So we're going to start with Party Ghost first. Which classic game for you has the best OST, whether it's nostalgia or general thumpality? Well, that's a really tough question, as always. I can't give you one well, I mean, classic, that's a tough one, because I haven't played a lot of classic, like proper like PS2 and stuff like that for a while, but what a question. I mean, to be honest with you, the most real one is games that have come out within the last 10 years. So we've got like The Last of Us, we've got Ghost of Tsushima, we've got Halo, actually. Halo, yeah, actually, that's a good one. Well, I'm just technically cheating, but Halo Combat Evolved. Bro, music, it's amazing. I only played it in 2018. I've been playing it every year since, but that's a classic game technically. So I'm going to say Halo for this. But I guess to give you the answer that you really want, I'd say probably one of the Naruto games. Naruto, yes, I was a weeb. I still am a weeb. There's nothing wrong with being a weeb, guys. Come on, stop it. Being a weeb is fine. The Naruto games. The Ultimate Ninja games. I don't know if any of you would have played that. Naruto Ultimate Ninja on the PS2, Ultimate Ninja 1, Ultimate Ninja 2. They have some really cool soundtracks. Ooh, and Crisis 2. Crisis 2, Hans Zimmer did a madness with Crisis 2, man. Come on, when you hear the Crisis 2 soundtrack, your ears, it's just a feeling you can't... Modern Warfare 2 as well. See, I'm telling you, last 10 years. Modern Warfare 2 soundtrack, Hans Zimmer again. Amazing stuff, man. Amazing. I wish Hans Zimmer did more, man, when it comes to gaming, because he's something else. He's like once in a generation kind of composer. He's just really good. A bunch of others, like I'm filming this after I've filmed the original Q&A, because it just came to my head. All the Assassin's Creed games, Assassin's Creed 1 even, I like that soundtrack. Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio's Family, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations. The Assassin's Creed games were really good when it comes to music. Assassin's Creed 3 had good music, Assassin's Creed 4 had good music, Syndicate had decent music. They always have good music. Battlefield games, like the old ones, not the original like Battlefield 2 or anything. Battlefield 3 had amazing music. This is the thing. When I say classic game reviews, classic in my mind is 10 years ago. It's 2022, but it's quite far away now, 10 years ago. But I promise, by the time we hit 20k, we're gonna have more classic PS2 games out. But I've just got to get a monitor that suits that kind of aspect ratio and sorts that out, so I don't have any issues with recording. And then we're going to talk more about soundtracks, because soundtracks throughout gaming, since the very like Mario and all that, the original stuff have been great. There's never really been a moment where soundtracks weren't important for gaming, and I don't think it gets talked about enough. Oh, and Deathloop, by the way, Deathloop. I didn't talk about the soundtrack. Deathloop. Check out the other review that I uploaded like yesterday or something. That soundtrack is actually really good. That soundtrack is really good. I need to talk more about the soundtracks, because soundtracks are so good. They're so important, man. People so underestimated. I love soundtracks. They're so good. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. It's not exactly classic. I really should start playing some actual classic games, but we'll give it time. Give it time. So we've got one from Friendly Forest 7. Woo, 50k subs. Thank you, man. Appreciate it so much. I really do. Anytime someone comments on it, I just feels great. But they'd like to ask, at any point before you hit 15k, do you feel like you wanted to quit YouTube at any time in your YouTube career? And if so, how did you push yourself to not quit? Fun fact, I started YouTube in 2016. Yep, I was just messing around. I think the first video I ever made on YouTube was actually 2012. I'm lying to you, 2012. I did a review of a Naruto game in my mum's bed on her crappy laptop. I hope no one ever finds it, but I started properly in 2016. Not going to tell you the channel name, because I don't want anyone seeing those videos, because honestly, I kind of fell down a rabbit hole you shouldn't do on YouTube. Yeah, and I made some really crappy videos, very uneducated, very just dumb videos, and then I quit. I actually did quit in 2020. I quit for 6 months. I sold my PC. I sold pretty much anything when it comes to YouTube, because I was just so focused on it outside of college, and I knew it wasn't going anywhere. So I quit for 6 months. And then, for whatever reason, I was just lying in bed, and I was just like, there's something missing in my life. There's something not right here. What am I missing? And I said, it's got to be YouTube. It's got to be YouTube. It has to be YouTube. So I pulled together £250, pulled it together, and I bought a PC. That was a good deal. And from then on, I just sat down, and I said, okay, I've bought this PC. I'm not going to play games on it. Well, I was going to play games on it, but I wanted to do something productive with it. And then Classic Game Reviews came along. And, well, we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But anytime on YouTube, when it comes to quitting classic game reviews, there have been moments. This channel has been very smooth. It's been just a very smooth experience overall, because it's just been growing slowly over time. And then I did that Cyberpunk video in June 2021, which just blew the channel up. It was ridiculous. It got like 100,000 views in a couple days, got to 1,000 subs, and from then on, it's just been smooth sailing. But you know, this takes a lot out of you. YouTube takes a lot. My social life has pretty much declined. Not majorly, but anytime I go out, YouTube's on my mind. Now that I'm growing I'm pretty big now. I'm not massive. 15k subs isn't massive, but you know, I go out for a drink every now and then, go to a club, and my mates are just like, oh, he's the YouTuber. Oh, I know him. He's a YouTuber. And then for the next hour, I've got 2 guys next to me just chatting to me. Oh, you're a YouTuber. Oh, how much do you make? Oh, how do you do it? Blah, 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 blah. And it's just a repeat. So that kind of affects me, and that kind of makes me want to shut up about it. But at the same time, I should embrace it, shouldn't I? So quit permanently? No, but I definitely want to slowly take some more breaks, because gaming in general, when you make it your job, it does take away something special from it, and I've been feeling that. And I try to not let it affect my reviews, but I think every reviewer is going to have that when they don't have the ability to just take a step back and chill out, like the big YouTubers now, like the big reviewers, Angry Joe and all them. They can step back. They've got a nice set of money coming in every now and then, and they don't have to worry too much. But this is just a side gig for me, and you know, it's tough to keep it balanced, but I'm never gonna quit, I don't think. I might move to a different channel eventually and start doing classic game reviews and something else, because ShujuBai is getting a little bit, you know, repetitive for me and probably for you guys too, but I'm never gonna quit. No, there's no way I'm gonna quit. As long as YouTube's about, I'm gonna keep at it. I like doing this. I enjoy it, and that's the key. If you want to be successful, obviously you've got to put a plan together, but you've got to enjoy it, because people can tell. When I have bad days and I upload a video and I'm not very happy, there are comments down there say, bro, where's your energy? You're boring. Blah, 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 blah. The Division 2 video, I was not happy that when I recorded that and edited it, and I had a few comments saying you're boring, and they left, and they will never come back. And that's okay. I get it. But hopefully that answered your question. That was a very long-winded answer. Sorry. So I have another question from Anthony. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you grew and developed your channel? What is your secret to building your community? I have an educational website and I want to do something similar but with history and science. That's great, by the way. Education, that's great. How I grew my channel? Well, I failed, as I've mentioned, in 2016 to 2020 because I didn't know what I wanted to do. There was no niche, there was nothing like that. So what I did was I sat down, I lied in my bed for about 2 hours straight trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to do game reviews. But how do I separate myself from everyone else that's doing game reviews? It's incredibly saturated. And my first thought was old games. Okay, old games. Okay, so that was my niche, old games. Okay, but other people are doing old games, you know. You got your White Lights, you got your Racervics, you've got that Aqua Boy, I think his name is, the Aqua Boy. And what they do is they do long form, very long form, like hour-long, 2-hour-long videos that are spoiler reviews that go into everything. I thought, okay, not everyone can buy games at full price, especially today, especially with how much they're costing. So maybe, what if I go in and make reviews on old games that are shorter, much shorter, 10 minutes, not an hour long, that also don't have spoilers in them. That way people that haven't bought the games yet, that are on sale for £15 or whatever, $15, they come in, they get a non-spoiler review, it's quick, it's fast, and they can make a purchase. And I thought, okay, that sounds like something I would want, because I didn't have a lot of money, still don't, to be honest with you. And I thought, okay, that's a service I can provide, and I can be somewhat entertaining, but I did lose that. And from then on, I just kept at it. I believed in the idea. For the first 5 months, I grew slowly, a couple hundred subs. I think I got to like 500, 600 before the Cyberpunk video. And I just kept pushing. I told everyone, this is going to happen. I'm going to do this. It's going to work. And eventually it did. So what I'm trying to say is find a niche. So you've got history and science. That's your niche. And you need to find something within those subjects that you can focus on for a long time until you grow your channel, and then you can eventually branch out, which I'm planning to do now. Now that we've hit 15k, I've got, 500, 600 of you that come in consistently now just to watch, and I really appreciate that. So that's the key. You got a niche down, and you got a niche again. Niche within a niche. Sounds, it's not a great wording for it, but if you just look up some videos on YouTube, niche within a niche, Catherine Manning, Roberto Blake, there's loads out there that can teach you this stuff, and that's what I researched. I did it, and it's worked. For now, I don't know how long I've got left on this platform. I could die at any point, so hopefully that answers your question, Anthony. Thank you. So another one from Mike is modding. How long does it take to make a review after playing the game, editing, scripting, etc.? Right, so this depends on the game. It depends on how in depth I want to go. So I'd say 5 to 6 hours, so an hour and a half writing most of the time. Then I've got to film it, which can take 10, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes even 30, depending on the script and how much I improvise on the spot. And then editing, the way I edit, it can take 2, maybe 3 hours, maybe even 4 if I want to get a little bit spicy, because my stuff is not the most edited stuff. And uploading, I've got fairly fast internet now, so that takes about 10 minutes, and I've got to do the thumbnail, the title, the description, and the tags. And so altogether, probably 6 to 7 hours, usually, on average. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Thank you, by the way. You said you love my work. Thank you, appreciate it. I do have days where I'm like, is this good enough? Is it good enough? Why are people watching this? Do they want to watch it? Why is no one clicking? So thank you, I appreciate that. So, we've got a question to Manos Gamers. What would you say is your favorite game of all time? That varies every day. As I've said in the other Q&A, it varies every day. Right now, for me, it's Ghost of Tsushima. I love that game to death. I know it's very flawed. I'm very biased, but I love that game to death. It's one of my favorite games. May not be the best game of all time in terms of like game design and stuff like that, but for me, that's my favorite game right now. I could wake up tomorrow, could be The Last of Us. I could wake up, it could be Halo for some whatever reason. I don't really keep a specific game in mind that I just love to death and will always be my favorite game. It's just the way I roll. Hopefully that answers your question. Thank you. So we got another one from Wolf Intux. I see your comment every time on my videos. I can never pronounce your name. Does putting out the videos and playing games become more of work now than actual fun? Because when I used to stream, it got to the point. Yeah, definitely. I've mentioned that in the other answer, but definitely, it gets to a point like you wake up, you're at your table, your desk, you turn on your PC or console or whatever, and your instant thought is, okay, what am I going to play today? What do people want to see reviewed? And I go to my community tab, I look at the games, I realize some of the games I can't afford right now, so then I'm just sat there like, oh, so what do I do? And I'm here for 2-3 hours. I'm not even kidding. This is every day. This happened today. And I'm just sat there like, I don't know what to play. And I think to myself, well, maybe you don't have to review a game today. You could play something else. So I go, I boot up a game. I'm just like, I'm not reviewing this game. Why am I playing it? So now it's become more of a work, but I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to get out of that, which is why I've got some new series planned, which I want to get out as soon as possible, where I'm just sat here playing games I actually just feel like playing. I don't want to do full reviews for, but I want to play them. I want to see what you guys think. Maybe get a co-op game going or something. But yeah, it definitely gets to a point where I have to take a break. And you can see that in the upload. Sometimes I take 2 weeks off because I just can't, just ruin the games or ruin the reviews, and it won't be honest. So hopefully that answers your question. Thank you for the support. See you every time I upload. Really appreciate it. So we've got a couple more. T-Rex070, are you going to be doing a Game of the Year type video towards the end of this year? I will be doing that. I will be doing a Game of the Year. How I'm going to do it, I'm not too sure. I want to kind of branch out and do something a bit different from everyone else. So I guess I would be doing a Game of the Year based on the games I've played this year. Not just the games of this year. I'll probably do that in a separate section. But I will be doing games that I've played this year that could have come out 10 years ago. So I kind of... something a bit different to what you usually watch. Thank you for the question. D-Star, this is a friend of mine in real life. What's a guy like me gotta do to get a big old kiss from a big strong YouTube man like you? Drug me. Anyway, let's move on. So, Lawrence Winrush, here's the question I was dreading. What is the most embarrassing moment of your life? There's been many. There has been many. The one that I can tell you, it was in school like 10 years ago. Asked out a girl, rejected me. Next year, asked her out again, rejected me. Next year, asked her out again, rejected me. I was in my whole watching films, like at that point in my life, I was very, I don't know if the depressed is the right word, but I was very antisocial, very weird. I just didn't understand how to talk to people or whatever. And I believed in the whole film thing, when you watch romantic comedies, because I lived with my mum for quite a while. She was watching them all the time, so that was kind of my experience with it. And it was just embarrassing. I never got over it in school. Everyone, every day, just took the piss out of me. And it was a good learning experience. But then I went to college, got my confidence back, started talking to more people, became more social, and now I'm good at this. Well, I'm not good at it, but I'm okay. I'm okay at this. But, that's just one of the embarrassing moments. There is another one that I can't talk about, just for personal reasons, because people watch these videos that I know. So I cannot talk about it. So sorry about that, Lawrence, but that's what I can give you. But I appreciate the question. Jesus. And the final question from Cami Fatherless. I have a question. What made you start YouTube, and what's your favorite game? Favorite game, Ghost of Tsushima, and what made me start? So I've just spoken about that in the previous questions, but what made me start was just, again, I guess, what made me start again with classic game reviews is just a feeling. I just felt like there was something there that I needed to do. And that was it. It sounds cringy, it sounds preachy, it sounds like bullshit. But it's not. I swear to God, I was just lying in my bed, sad as fuck, because I didn't have a job at the time. I was a bit of a mess. I've moved like 3 or 4 times the last 2 years. Like, this is a new place. If you've been around for a while, new place, probably moving again. It's a bit of a mess. So I'm kind of floating at the minute, which is also why I'm so focused on this. But it just felt like I needed to do something productive. I needed to move forward with my life. I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 constantly. Nothing wrong with a 9 to 5, by the way. But I did one, it didn't work for me, and I just knew, okay, I wanted to do something that wasn't necessarily a thing that I needed to spend 5-6 years on going to university or whatever, because I don't like university. I've been to my mate's university. It's definitely not for me. I just wanted to do something that had a career attached to it, while also enjoying it, and that's very difficult to find. And I'm blessed to have this. It's not the biggest channel, as I've said, but it's going somewhere, and I appreciate every single one of you. I don't say it enough. I always skip past it in the videos for retention, but I mean it. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm hoping to make big things happen. It's not just game reviews that I want to do. I want to branch out. I want to make something big. You know what I mean? It's the ambitions. Moving forward. Ambition, that push. I've got that feeling again. This is going great, but there's another feeling on my back every day, which is like pushing me. Do something else. There's something else out there. But yeah. Ugh, that was fucking cringy, wasn't it? I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's just me being honest. But okay. Thank you for the question, Cammy. So that's it. That's the Q&A. Thank you for 15,000 subs. Hopefully I entertained you. Hopefully I answered some of your questions. There weren't a lot, but that gave me enough time to give you in-depth answers, which is great. I love doing that. And hopefully Hopefully we'll get to 20k and we can do this again. If we get there. Who knows? The channel could die tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. And see you tomorrow for the Saints Row review.